Hello everyone. Today we'll study about chapter 14 size grade 5 for grade 5 measurement. Now this chapter is related to, from its name only, what are the different measurement quantities, how we measure them, what are the different units which are used to measure, what are the devices which are used to measure those different type of quantities. In this chapter you will be, in the end of the chapter, you will be able to answer the following things. First, what is the history of measurement? Then, what are the different measurement quantities? These are the 5 quantities which we will discuss in this chapter. First one is your length, capacity, mass, time and temperature. We will study about these 5 quantities which are used for measurement, what are the different devices which are used to measure them, and the units. Now, first of all, what do you mean by measurement? To finding out the size or quantity of something is called measurement. For example, you measure size of your body, height of what is your height, what is your weight. So these are two different quantities which you are measuring, means you are finding out how much is your weight. You are trying to find out, right? So that is only called measurement, to try to find out the size or quantity of something. What is time right now? So that is also kind of measurement. What is your body temperature? That is also kind of measurement. Have you ever wondered that how things were measured in the earlier days when measuring devices were not available, in ancient times when devices were not there at that time? Nowadays we have devices for different quantities. We use different type of devices for measurement. But what about in ancient time? What about earlier days, till the time they were not being developed? So what do you think were the methods which were used by them? Now, for this, we have to study the history of measurement. Now, see, in the earlier days, people, they used to depend on their body parts and other natural objects for measuring length, mass, capacity, time, and temperature. Some body parts that have been used to measure length or distance are handspan, cubit, foot, and thumb. Now see, in ancient times, human beings, they used to measure different things, different quantities with the help of their body parts or with the help of other things which were available instead of devices. Now, what were those body parts? How they used? First of all, handspan. Handspan is, you can see the distance between this finger to thumb. This is one handspan. For example, I have one board at home and I have measured it. It was 6 handspan. Okay. In the same way, it doesn't matter that, see, I have used this method, handspan method, to measure it. If, for example, any child will measure the same thing, same board, by using the same method, that is handspan, maybe it will give same result or it will give different result, because size of the body part, it is different, it differ from person to person. So if it is giving 6 handspan for me, maybe for that child it will be 8 handspan, right? So, and in the same way, other body parts are foot span, that is distance. For example, we measure the playground, what is the length and breadth, how many foot span. Then cubit is this, from your hand, this finger, to till here, right? This is one cubit. For example, we measure the length of any thread, we can measure with the help of this. And then pace can also be used to find the size of a length and breadth of a room. So these are the methods which we can use, which were used in ancient times to measure any particular kind of quantity. Now let's do one very simple activity, that whether are these body parts which are used for measurement, are these reliable, means can we depend upon them, do they give us accurate result? To check the reliability of the body parts of measurement, what we have to do is, first of all, see, you can see this observation table. In this observation table, one person, that is you measure your hand span, what is the size of cubit of yours, and foot. You can use any unit for this. You can measure it with the help of ruler or measuring tape. In centimeter or in inches, you can write it down. And then what is hand span, length of hand span of your friend, cubit and foot, same things write for him. And then for your teacher or for your anyone elder at home, when you will write, you will fill these columns. What you will observe, that size of body parts, maybe your friend and both of yours will be same, or it can be different. But if you will measure it, you will compare it with any elder at your home, then it can be different than yours, because size of body parts of two persons, it differ, right? Size of body part, it differ from person to person. It is not same for all. It can be, but now you can see in this picture, just to explain you this is hand of a very small child, then one teenager, right, then elder ones. You can see size of all of them, their body parts, it is hand span only, it is different. So if they will measure same thing using hand span method, it will give them different results. So it means this method to measure the any quantity with the help of body parts, we cannot be, this method is not reliable, we cannot depend upon it. It will not give us accurate results. That's why there is a need for unit. From activity 1, it is very clear that since the size of body parts is differ from person to person, so it means we cannot depend upon them. Measurement using body parts, it doesn't give us accurate results. And because of this only, scientists, they led scientists to develop a standard, a fixed standard, which can be used so that if any person will measure the same thing using same method, it should give us same result. It should not differ from person to person. And that was the only need for that. What is developed? That is unit. Unit is a fixed standard which is used for measurement. And now we have different fixed units for measurement for different quantities. Let's learn about it. First of all, measurement of length. What is length? Length is simply to measure how long an object is, or what is the difference between two endpoints, or from one city, what is the distance between two cities. These all things are related to, means we are measuring the length. And it is used to identify, it is used to find out the size of an object or the distance. Okay, now what are the different units which we use for measurement are? For smaller units, for small length, we use units millimeter and centimeter, and we denote them as millimeter, we denote it as mm, centimeter as cm. And for the larger length, for example distance between two cities, we measure them in kilometer and we denote it as km. And standard unit, for each and every quantity there are some standard units which are used for measurement. For the measurement of length, standard unit is meter. Now all these different units of the length, they are interrelated to each other. How are these interrelated? We have few example for this. Every 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, or I can say, in other words, in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeters. 1 meter is made up of 100 centimeter, and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Okay, and the commonly devices, very common devices which we use to measure small length are measuring tape and ruler. This is ruler, and this is measuring tape. Okay, now measurement of capacity. Capacity is the maximum amount of a liquid a container can hold. For example, I have 3 bottles, first, second and third. Size of all these 3 bottles, it is different, right? So the quantity, how much liquid they can hold in it, that is also different. This is small bottle, it will hold small amount of water or liquid, any other liquid. And this is another one, it has capacity bit more than this. And this is the biggest one, it will have more than these two, right? So the capacity of this third one bottle is more than these two. Now you have to circle the bottle that has the most juice in it. It is in this one, right? Okay. And what are the units which are used to measure the capacity? For smaller capacities, we have liter and milliliter. And for larger capacities, we have kiloliter. Standard unit which is used to find out the capacity is liter. And how these are interrelated? Every 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter, and every 1 kiloliter is equal to 1000 liters. Okay. And what are the different devices which are used to measure capacity? These are measuring cylinders. This is measuring cylinder. This is, and on this you can see these small numbers are written. These are their capacity. Okay. And then this one is beaker. Now I have this beaker of 500. I have this beaker of 500 ml in the picture, right? If we'll fill it till here, then it means beaker has 100 milliliter of, for example, water. Okay. And or any other liquid. Till here it will be 200 milliliter. Till here it will be 300, then 400 and 500 milliliter. Capacity, the total capacity of this beaker is 500 milliliter. In the same way, we have different size, and those, it depends. We have 100 ml also, we have 500 ml also, we have 1000 milliliter capacity beaker also, according to their size. In the same way, we have different size for these measuring cylinders also. Now measurement of mass. Mass is of a body or an object, it is the amount that how much matter is present in it. It is related to, we can use it to measure the weight of an object. For example, if you are measuring mass of your body, you are measuring the weight of your body on some scale, on some device, then at that time you are measuring the mass of your body. And how do we measure it? We measure it using the units. For standard unit for measurement of mass is kilogram, and smaller units which are used for measuring mass is milligram and gram. For example, you go to any grocery store with your parents. How do we purchase groceries? For example, 5 kilogram of sugar, 3 kilogram rice, then for example 500 gram any lentil, black lentil, right? Any other pulse we use. So these things we measure them in the quantity, that is your mass, and these are the units which we use for them. Okay. Now what is the relationship between these different measurement of mass? 1 gram is equal to 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram, and 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. And the devices which are used for measurement are physical balance or beam balance. This is your physical balance or beam balance. Okay, now in this one, why we call it beam balance? You can see there is one rod on the top, right? And then 2 scale pans. In one we keep weight, and in another one we keep the object for which we want to measure. For example, I want to measure for 500 gram, so I will keep 500 gram weight here in one, and in another one I will keep that particular kind of vegetable or any other substance which I want to measure. And when these two are equal, then it means the object which is there in this, that is equal to the weight of this. Okay, and this is the pointer. This is physical balance or beam balance. Second is your digital balance. Nowadays we have digital balance. Digital balance is electronic. Digitally it is given over there. For example, this is a substance which we want to measure. We'll keep it here, and how much weight, how much mass it has, it will automatically in numbers, it will be visible here, and along with the units. Okay, now next one is measurement of time. For example, if I will ask you what is the time right now, you will check it, and for example it is 9 a.m. so that is a means I am talking about a particular moment in a day, right? And if I will ask you about what is the what is lecture time, or what is the duration of the science lecture. For example, my lecture starts at 9 a.m. and it gets over at 9:40 a.m. So 9 a.m. is the starting point, starting time, and 9:40 is the ending point for my lecture, right? And this so we are talking about the duration between two events. Two events, it has some starting point, some ending point, and the duration between the event, that is one period, right? So time period is the duration between two events. For example, school timing, that is also one example of the time period duration between two events, anything. And units which we use to measure time are second, minutes, hours, day, week, month, and year. And standard unit which is used to measure the time is second. What are the different, are these quantities, how are these related to each other? In 1 minute we have 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. In 1 day we have 24 hours. 1 week is equal to 7 days, and 12 months together they make a 1 year. If after every 4th year we have a leap year, because in 1 year there are 365.25 days, but 2.25 we cannot consider it, we cannot adjust it in any way. So 0.25, if you will add it 4 times or multiply with, then what will you get? It will be 1, right? If we add it 4 times. So after every 4 years we have leap year, in which we have 366 days in 1 year, and in February month we consider 29 days, otherwise it's 28. Devices which is used to measure time are watches, wrist watches which you are wearing, right? Then wall clocks, and then stopwatches. And all the watches have 3 hands, that is your hour hand, minute hand, and 1 second hand. Okay, now minutes, measurement of temperature. What is temperature? When we are checking how much hot or cold an object is, that is known as temperature. Now for example, you are measuring body temperature of anyone, or of your body, or of any substance. So that is, it means you are measuring the how much hot or how much cold that object is, that is you are measuring the temperature. We have these 3 units for measuring temperature. Standard unit is Kelvin, and other units are degree Celsius. This sign on the top, you can see this dot, this is to denote degree. Okay, we write it as like this, and capital C is for Celsius, so this is degree Celsius. In the same way, degree Fahrenheit, this degree sign on the top, and capital F is for Fahrenheit. Now what is the relation between these? Degree Celsius is equal to 5/9 degree Fahrenheit minus 32, and degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 degrees Celsius plus upon 5 plus 32. This is the relation between how these two are interrelated. if you have thermometer, you can see on the thermometer, on one side this is mentioned degree Fahrenheit, on one side in degree Celsius scale is given. Okay, and this is your thermometer. We have thermometer is the device which is used to measure the temperature. We have two type of thermometer. One is clinical thermometer, which is used by the doctors in the clinics or which we use, and second one is laboratory thermometer, which is used in the science laboratory. Now on each and every thermometer there is one, you can say this down one silver color, right, that is known as bulb. This is known as, now here this pen, this is king, and this one is scale on which numbering is written. And with the help of how can we measure temperature, this line, this is, it will specify that how much temperature, whatsoever is its level till here, till what number it is, that will be the temperature of particular object which you are measuring. Okay, thank you everyone.